Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this lovely card that I created with the Kindest Expressions stamp set. This stamp set can be found in our annual catalog and in my online store. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. I'm going to start with the stamping for this, and this is a tight fit, but we can do this simply by lining up the stamp. If you get any ink on the outside and you tend to be a rocker, take your finger and clean that off, since this is a tight space. And I am going to line that up and go straight down and straight up. There we go. I've got that beautiful sentiment with this fun little font on the bottom. I'm ready to start assembling. For this project, I'm going to start by layering my panels. So I'm going to bring in my sentiment and I'm going to adhere it to the Flirty Flamingo panel here with a little adhesive. If you notice, when I use my multi-purpose adhesive, I keep the adhesive in about 1/4 of an inch on the back so that I've got plenty of room for that adhesive to spread out when I apply it to my panel. And the last panel here. There we go. Next, I'm going to do the inside panel of my card, and this is simply the leftover strip from my card front. So you can use either the floral side or the back watercolor side. And I think for this project, I'm going to use the back, and I'm going to apply this right along the edge of my basic white panel for the inside. Now you can adhere this right away, or you can set it aside, slip it in the card, and adhere it when you're ready to sign and send. I'm going to fold this on the score line and adhere my floral panel now. There we go. And then I'm going to begin adding my layered panels. Now I'm going to be placing these on my card front, and I want to make sure that I've placed them so that I'm happy with the position. Whether you do it a little bit in, like so, or spread out more, that's up to you. But I am going to layer these so that they're all the same height. That'll give me a little bit of height and shadow beneath it that I want. So I'm going to start by placing 4 dimensionals on the back of this larger rectangle and adhering it to my card front. And then I'm going to bring in my second panel. Now this is not directional, but if it was, you'd want to make sure that you had it where you wanted. And before I do that, I'm going to adhere this panel to this one. That way I've got it exactly where I want it on my second rectangle. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to tack this panel in place. And I'm going to place it like so. I want about as much on this side as that side. There we go. Now I can flip this over. I can add my dimensionals on these 4 corners. This will allow that panel to be the same height as the first layered panel. Remove the backings, add some adhesive, and I'm going to add it here and here. Flip it over and place it where you'd like it to be. Once again, I'm lining up that outside edge so I've got about the same distance. There we go. And that actually makes it the same height. I hope you can see that, giving the shadow underneath the layers. Now that I have that done, I can add a little shimmer. I love these brass butterflies, and they are nice and flat, but they are a little heavier, so you want to be careful with your placement in your craft room. I happen to lean these on the side, and so some of them slid. So to make sure that I have the adhesive on the back of this still, that's really nice, I'm going to add a little butterfly here, and I'm going to add a little glue dot simply because I want to make sure they are adhering where I want them to be. And let's see, I think I'm going to use a large one for that. So I'm going to pick that up and place it. And then I'm going to add a little butterfly over here to the top. And I'm going to add that going a different direction. There we go. And last but not least, I think I'm going to be adding a little butterfly over here in the flowers. And I'm going to add another small one here, and this time I'm going to turn it so that it's facing a different direction, giving it a whimsical feel with my butterflies. And that moves your eye around the card front also. I hope you've enjoyed this project that I created with the Kindest Expressions stamp set. I just love the 4 bold sentiments in the stamp set that use this lovely font. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.